So when I put a fuse on the slot for the fog lamps, you will see that the fog lamp light is on. That means that the fog light is active, even though the switch is off. See? That means that the multifunction switch is not working correctly or it's shorting out, also causing the battery drain. So we need to replace this. Hello and welcome to How to Helen, where you learn something different every day. In this episode, we will be replacing the multifunction switch on this 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. This is a common issue with this vehicle. On mine, the fog lamp switch is shorted out, causing a battery drain, and it is not actually a bad battery that I just recently replaced. Before we continue, let's disconnect the negative battery terminal first so we don't accidentally trigger the airbag. So let's remove the clamp for the air duct on the intake. Use a flathead screwdriver to remove the clamp. Remove the air duct intake. Next, there are two clips on each side, so press them down to release. Now pull and disconnect. Use a 10mm socket or wrench to remove the negative terminal. If you need to, use a flathead screwdriver to open the clamp so you can take it off the terminal. Now put it on the side. With the battery disconnected, we can now start disassembling the multifunction switch. Now start by removing the two screws at the bottom holding this plastic trim panel. Use a Phillips star screwdriver to remove them. Here's one, and here's two. Now start separating the plastic panel or trim cover. To remove it, you need to push the lower part inward to release from the plastic locking mechanism on top. Ew, it's so dirty. The multifunction switch and the wiper switch is held up by two T20 screws. So use a T20 driver to remove it. Now lift up the switches and then disconnect the connectors from behind. Start with the wiper switch because the wiper switch has the security tab on its connector. So push away the security tab so you can disconnect the connector. After removing the wiper switch connector, remove also the multifunction connector. Press down on the security tab at the back, then pull out the connector. In this case, I'm going to use a long nose to help me pull it off the connector. There are two T10 screws that hold the wiper switch with the multi-function switch. So remove them so we can move it to the new multi-function switch. And now pull out the multi-function switch from the wiper switch. We also need to move the relay from the old switch to the new switch. So simply pull out the relay and move it to the new multi-function switch. Now slide the wiper switch to the new multi-function switch. Reinstall the two T10 screws. Since you have the unit out, might as well clean it before reinstalling. Now put the new multi-function switch and wiper switch in position and reconnect the connectors. Make sure to lock back in the security tab for the connectors. Then reinstall the two T20 screws on top. Now before I put back the trim panel and complete the job, I'm gonna reconnect the battery first and test this new multi-function switch, because I've heard that even the replacement are prone to be defective, which is really common with these cars. So connect the battery first and test it. Okay, I reinserted the fuse for the fog lamp switch, and as you can see, it is off when it is off. But when I turn it on, it is on. So now it is not shorted out and it doesn't drain the battery anymore. Now you can put the trim panels back and that will complete the job. And that is how you replace the multi-function switch on this 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. This has been another episode of How to Helen. My name's RJeff and thank you for watching.